chat how you are. This is this is a space that I'm wanting to hold to. I'll say a few words, but then we'll do a guided meditation, and I'll leave some space for reflection. But in the meantime, if you feel like you want to say something, you can use the chat. That's a good place to kind of drop in what's alive for you. And I also want to just begin by welcoming your whole self to this space. The parts that are easy and the parts that are more challenging are all welcome here. There'll probably be some people trickling in. Just allow them to arrive as they do. Yeah. So welcome everyone who's just joining us. Going to say that I've been on a few WhatsApp group chats this morning and have scrolled my Instagram feed, and it's clear that everyone is waking up this morning needing something to be held in different ways. Yvonne, are you on top of admitting people?
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, I've just noticed that people want to be held in different ways. Some people really want to flex their humor. Some people really want kindness. Some people really want space to rage. They want space to feel sad. Some people are feeling in grief, and some people are feeling in denial, and some people are feeling really hopeful and really happy with what's happened. So I just want to acknowledge and honor that. And I want to acknowledge that I may not hold this space in a way that works for you this morning. And that's totally okay. So please honor yourself. And if at any time, you feel like you need to express yourself in some way, feel free to drop it in the chat or feel free to leave this meeting, this gathering. Give me the finger, whatever it is that you feel called, whatever you feel called to. I just want to recognize that we all are having different needs this morning. And I noticed a lot on social media, the teachers that I follow really inclined to try to make people feel better with a lot of positive messages. And I totally get that. And that's kind of not my inclination. My inclination is really more towards like holding space for what's here, what's alive. Yeah, I just want to welcome everyone to drop in the chat at any time what's alive for you. Maybe not during our guided meditation, but certainly as stuff is arising for you. That's really what I'm inclined to do with this space this morning, is to hold space before we move into trying to make it better, before we try to move into self-soothing. I'm seeing some nodding heads, so I'm guessing that that's resonating. Yeah, cool. I wish we had all hour just to hold. Yep, exactly. I wish we had I wish I had a whole hour to hold space and do a grief circle or a feeling circle. But what I propose to do is we'll do a sacred pause together that will take about 10 minutes. This will allow us to drop into our bodies, drop into what's alive for us, practice allowing it to be here without having to make it feel better. And I maybe offer some self-tenderness in this moment. And then we'll have some space to reflect afterwards. Does that sound good to everybody? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, let's take a moment actually to take in this gathering that we have here. So maybe looking at each square and welcoming each person to this space. Taking a deep breath together and acknowledging this container that we're creating together. That we are choosing to be here as a group together in the wake of a big moment for the country, for ourselves, for the world. And we're here to hold ourselves and to hold each other. And when you're ready to turn inward for this sacred pause, feel free to close your eyes or let your gaze be soft, whatever feels right for you. And as you begin to take that first step towards turning inward, maybe noticing the aliveness that's there, maybe thoughts or feelings, sensations in your body. And for a moment here, just observing this aliveness. There's no need to fix it or change it or judge it in any way, just letting it be there and just noticing, just for a few moments. You might notice that the mind stream is very active. You might notice that your body is restless. There's no right way or wrong way to be right now. And if it feels right for you, taking some movement, maybe stretching your arms up over your head if that's available to you, out to the side. Maybe doing some movement, maybe some wiggling or slithering. Stretching your neck, scrunching up your face, stretching your jaw. And then just settling in. And let's take 3 long cycles of breath together. And on the in breath, let's count to 5. And on the out breath, let's exhale for 7. So a longer exhale than inhale. Now allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm. Just allowing your awareness to focus on the sensation of your breathing, maybe the air coming in and out of your nose or the rise and fall of your belly, just for a few moments. And in this stillness, maybe noticing what's here. Maybe there's a feeling or a thought that is calling out to you that most needs your attention and care right now. And for a few moments, just allowing it to be here. Allowing what's alive for you, what needs attention, to be here. Without fixing or judging or qualifying. Now, maybe offering yourself some compassionate self-contact. This might be a hand on your heart. You might even take your arms and wrap them around yourself in a self-hug. Maybe even squeezing your arms and your shoulders. And taking a deep breath into the sensation of you holding yourself. It's a way of sending a message to yourself that you're listening and allowing what's alive to be present. Holding space for yourself with tenderness and compassion. You can hold on to the compassionate self-contact as long as you like. I'm going to read a message from a teacher called Zenju Earthlyn Manuel. Our shared suffering is less than 1 degree from each other. Our shared liberation must be the same. 24 years into a new millennium, there is something that we all must do more than ever. We must keep faith in those around us. We must relish and cherish the relationships of family and friends, no matter their human flaws. It doesn't mean we have to suffer others' suffering, but the way to our liberation is to forge with our heat all that is broken into a kind of freedom we never imagined we had the power to shape. I say this because it is only us that we have, and only us who will need to stand at the doors to protect our free communities, free spaces, free loved ones, and more, not as protectors of people only, but protectors of what has always been sacred, and that is life itself. As you let those words settle in, Maybe taking a few long, deep breaths. Preparing in a few moments to transition out of this sacred pause. And opening your eyes when you're ready. Getting to return your awareness back to the space that you're in. And if you like, back to this community and shared space. We have some time now for reflection. Also happy just to hold the space silently for each other. Or if you want your voice to be heard in some way, either aloud or in the chat, you're welcome to do so now.
I feel like I'm being tested. You know, the Buddhist roots of our practice teach us that we're supposed to abandon any ownership of outcomes and accept the future. And I think we're supposed to accept it with curiosity and some degree of trust rather than judgment. And it's hard. I mean, particularly when it comes on you like a surprise. So, but like I said, I think it's a test, and I think that our practice will help us. If we don't completely pass the test, it'll help us at least get partially past it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That framework is I appreciate it. The things we talk about doing in hard times, or just about dealing with differences, about being open, and kind of like the wisdom you were just repeating, Tom. I think when the stakes feel really high and something does feel more acute, it is a harder practice. It is, and yet the suffering is in the grasping and the reaction. So, yeah. I definitely went more from frozen. I could feel the sadness start to come up out of the numbness. So it's useful to feel a little more alive, even though it's with a heaviness for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel similar. I had a wave of maybe welling up tears, and I do want to feel that aliveness to just go into what this actually means for me and for our world. So, yeah.
Yeah. Really appreciate everyone sharing your vulnerability and the courage to, drop into that stillness and allow what might be uncomfortable to arise. I wonder if it's helpful if anyone's welcome to share whatever they want to share, and maybe an invitation to share any ways that you might resource yourself through this allowing. As we allow in allow ourselves to be open and to feel what's real and what's alive.
Kate, I was going to stop this portion just for discussion, unless you'd like all of it.
No, go for it. Yeah, thanks, Yvonne.